live on your tablet, phone, and the KUTV app. This is 2 News Live.
Thanks for joining us for 2 News Live tonight. I'm Heidi Hatch. It is Monday, February 12th. We are going in depth tonight on a Utah National Guard helicopter that crashed during a training exercise, and also more on the very latest government organization to call on Natalie Cline to resign following that controversial social media post. As we go in depth tonight, you can always get in touch with us during the show. Use the hashtag 2NewsLive to join in the conversation. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's TV Heidi Hatch. Send me a direct message if you'd like to weigh in. An investigation is underway in West Jordan after a Utah National Guard helicopter crashed during a training incident. Christian Sita at the scene tonight. And Christian, what can you tell us about the people who were on board? They were hospitalized, right?
Yeah, that's right, Heidi. The police didn't tell us much about their injuries, but they did tell us they're in stable condition and are in the hospital now. We also do know that this is a very common area where they do train, so it's not uncommon to see helicopters around the area. But what we don't know is the cause of that incident. They did tell us that the helicopter crash landed in a field near the West Jordan Army Aviation Support Facility. Now, this incident did take place around 1:20 p.m., and we're told the federal army will lead the investigation.
Christian, at this point, do we know if they were taking off or landing when this happened?
At the moment, what they did tell us was they were hovering over that field during their training, and they do tell us they were wanting to land. So that's pretty much what we know so far. But again, we don't know what caused them to crash.
All right, sounds like we have more question than answer still at this point. Christian, thank you. We first told you about this crash through a breaking news push alert. You probably received it on your phone today. To get breaking updates like this one when we're not on air, download the 2 News mobile app. Tonight, cities are joining in the movement asking for Utah State Board of Education member Natalie Cline to resign. It comes after she falsely implied a student was transgender in a social media post. Millcreek City Council now holding a meeting tonight. Amanda Gilbert spoke to city officials today. And Amanda, what will they be discussing in their meeting this evening?
Yeah, Heidi, I'm where Millcreek City Council will be meeting at 7 tonight. It's in their new building here in Millcreek, and they will be calling for Cline's resignation. So we're going to show you some video. They actually shared a statement with us today where they basically said they're joining the, quote, many others in demanding Cline own up to her actions by immediately resigning. I spoke with City Manager Mike Winder. He basically said that on Friday, the Granite School District condemned Cline for her actions, and they asked neighboring communities to join their voice. So he says that is what Millcreek is doing tonight. City Manager Mike Winder said that they are an inclusive community, and they say it really hurts when anyone, especially a child, is being bullied. And I do want to mention that Midvale also spoke up this weekend. Midvale's Mayor Marcus Stevenson shared a post on Twitter saying that he was sharing the letter they sent to Cline asking for her resignation. So this is something that happened last week, but still gaining attention this week. And I do know we have a reporter planning on attending Millcreek's meeting tonight, so we'll have more coverage at 6 and 10.
All right, Amanda, we'll watch for that. Thank you. We do want to know what you think about the issue. You can scan the QR code you see on your screen right now if you'd like to vote in our viewer poll question. How do you feel about elected leaders possibly taking action against Natalie Cline? Right now, 75% of you say they're not moving fast enough. 15% say it is the right thing to do, and then 5% split evenly here, overstepping, they say, or that it's being blown out of proportion. Time to talk a little weather. A gorgeous day across the state today. Blue skies and sunshine. Meteorologist Sean Kelly here with that first alert forecast. After kind of a gray week last week, I think we welcome the sun.
Absolutely, and we're going to get plenty of it this week.
Excellent.
Yeah, last week we had that heavy snow. We even had some snow along the valley floors and accumulating snow. For this week, though, milder weather ahead, temperatures into the 40s. But yeah, we've got to watch two systems not that impactful here. So let's get to the maps to show you what's going on across the Wasatch Front as we continue to track those storms in the forecast here. But generally, as I mentioned, we have some pretty quiet weather here. We're talking about temperatures over the next few days staying kind of below or above that is average here for much of the area. We've been dealing with temperatures all week long that have been sitting pretty nice here into the 30s and 40s over the weekend. The mild week ahead, we're expecting close to 50 degrees by Wednesday, and by the end of the week. For right now, we're sitting at 44 degrees, so we're starting to cool things off a bit. But yeah, we've had that mainly sunny sky all day long. Winds very light as well, and temperatures for the area 3, 6, even 8, 10 degrees warmer from 24 hours ago. So yeah, we had a pretty crisp weekend, and we're starting to warm things back up. Sitting at 43 in Milford, Cedar City at 45 degrees, Canyonlands there at 40 as well. We've got a high impactful storm heading to the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, Southern New England here. Winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in effect. This is the first time we've seen a winter storm warning for New York City in many, many days. Finally, a big storm for them. 4 to 8 inches generally, with some higher totals closer to a foot will be possible. This is a big system that is even impacting portions of the southeast, bringing severe weather we saw earlier in the week for the Lone Star State, even back to us. This impacted us Friday, so impacting much of the nation here. So definitely, if you are flying to the Northeast tomorrow, definitely want to check for any delays or cancellations, or maybe even reschedule your flight if you can do so. Here's our next system here, not a big one. It's going to be diving down towards the south and then kind of clipping our northern counties here, giving us some light accumulating snow for our northern mountains, mainly some flurries further down towards the south. The better chance of precipitation falling will be late Wednesday evening and then heading into the day Thursday. This one could bring us some accumulating snow for our northern and maybe even our northern and central Wasatch Mountains, or down into the valleys. That is, could see kind of a rain-snow mix, but more rain than snow. The snow chances will be higher for the elevations higher than 5,000 feet or so. We'll see maybe some snowflakes mixing in with some of that heavier precipitation through the day on Thursday. How much snow could we see for those northern and central mountains? Maybe up to 5 to 10 inches, some higher areas, including Altacene, a little bit more, maybe closer to a foot through the day on Thursday. Overnight temperature is dipping down into the teens and 20s, so we still have got a cold night ahead, as we'll see clear skies, but we'll see increasing clouds through the day tomorrow, with temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 40s, so a few degrees above average. But we'll see another day, one more full day of quiet weather before we start to see some unsettled weather moving in. Not so much for southern Utah, though. We'll see the temperatures there into the upper 50s, close to 60 degrees by the end of the week. Beautiful weekend ahead for the holiday weekend heading into Monday as well. And then the 7-day forecast here for you along the Wasatch Front. We'll see temperatures a little bit cooler into the 40s, but still better than last week with that rain-snow mix. Mostly rain, though, for Thursday, and then another storm moving into Sunday. So a lot better than what we dealt with last week. We still have a few storms that we're tracking here for you, but we'll take it. Temperatures into the upper 40s and kind of more spring-like, I'd say. All
right. I know a lot of families are heading down to St. George for the long holiday weekend for soccer and baseball tournaments. It looks like those playoff games on Monday might be a little soggy.
Yeah, we'll have to watch out for some rain here. Still many days away. It can change. But for right now, at least if you're going to be heading there, it'll be comfortable with temperatures pretty nice.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much, Sean. You can always download the 2 News mobile app if you'd like those weather alerts when we're not on air. All you have to do is download that 2 News mobile app for live radar right on your phone. The app is free and easy to download. Volunteers collected 50 pounds of, get this, already chewed gum from under the seats of Colorado's famed Red Rocks Amphitheater last year. That's a lot of nasty gum chewers. Red Rocks is a naturally formed outdoor venue in Red Rocks Park just west of Denver. The nonprofit group Friends of Red Rocks works to help keep the venue and also the area and surrounding park clean. Gum isn't allowed at the venue, but as you can tell, people obviously keep chewing their gum and then stick it on the bottom of their seats. Volunteers say they even find gum during the winter months when there are not any shows, so people apparently like to go chew their gum, stick it on a seat.
Yeah.
I personally chew a lot of gum, but I prefer to swallow mine instead of sticking it on seats.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to do that either.
It doesn't stay in your stomach for 50 years, right?
Well, that was like the myth, right? Growing up.
Yeah.
Rumor. Yeah.
If so, I'd look like I was like pregnant with 20 packs of gum or something.
Just please don't be spitting out your gum and putting it under tables and chairs.
I know. Good behavior. There's always garbage cans. Yeah. That's a lot of gum. Right. Well, thanks so much for watching 2 News Live tonight. We'll be here 5:30 Monday through Friday. We hope you join us again. Have a great night.
From 2 News, this is Talkin' Real. Brought to you by America First Credit Union.
Okay, time to print.
From 2 News, this is Talkin' Jazz.